for having me along today. I am not based in the south of Scotland. I'm based at Old Leckie Farm, which is in central Scotland, just west of Stirling. And I guess what I just want, I've got 3 or 4 slides just really to talk you through our sort of agritourism journey that we've been on over the last few years. Excuse me, Annika. Yes, you stopped going. Sorry, homeschool. Like, get off. Right, so we are a sort of averagely small, I would say, mixed livestock farm. My husband and I took on the farm about 8 years ago. We've got 3 small children. Very typical, I guess. We've got a suckler beef herd of 60 limousines, and at that point we had about 300 odd sheep on the farm, and that was sort of where we were at. And I guess when we started thinking and looking at the books, taking the business on, our objective for what we wanted out of agritourism.
Sorry.
Okay?
Sorry.
Yeah, and thinking about, give us a couple of clicks on if you can, it was very much about how do we be sustainably actively farming, but without the requirement for subsidy. So what we understood was if the subsidy went away, we had no business. And so I suppose our diversification, much like many of you and many farms, was about how do we build that bit of resilience in. So I suppose we both had some experience of kind of working out with traditional agriculture. I've done lots of different things, been involved with tourism as well. I probably like people more than my husband does, and he also has another job, so it's tended to be my side of the business, if you like, that's kind of influenced and pushed some of the agritourism that's there. So we've really slowly evolved sort of organically, I guess, over the last 8 years and what we've been doing. If you want to click us on, Caroline, we'll have a look and just see what we do offer now on the farm. So we initially started with some self-catering farm stay accommodation. We did some work repairing some buildings. We put some accommodation into there. We've got another smaller sort of unit on the way. And if you like, it's very much been aligned even back to then about supporting our core agriculture business for us. It was about paying off the bank loan that my husband wanted take to build farm sheds, buy equipment and maintain, if you like, the kind of animal side of the business for that. Through doing the farm stay, we started taking our guests out on tours around the farm. We signed up with the Royal Highland Educational Trust and started doing school trips. Then had people saying, oh, this is actually really interesting. I wasn't brought up on a farm, so I totally understood that farms are fascinating places. And also I was beginning to really feel that why had I never spent much time on a working farm myself? And just that there's this real disconnect, I think, especially in Stirlingshire, which is a real mixture of kind of urban and rural areas, that a lot of people didn't have that connection onto real working farms anymore. So we commercialised our tours. We started with smaller kind of group tours for families. And I guess as our confidence has grown over the years and we've become better at understanding how we get a return for our time, how we manage groups on the farm, how we can give a really, or understand what our customers' needs and desires are and adapt our product. We now go all the way through the range to large coach groups of sort of 40 people getting off. And before lockdown, we had had some success in really targeting some sort of higher value tours, either by virtue of the number of people that we were able to deal with or the addition of food offerings into our tours, which really let us, if you like, increase the value of what we were able to offer. I suppose on the back of the tours, we then were thinking about, the bank wouldn't lend us any more money. What could we do? We were still looking to develop our offering. We've always been really interested in food, and the fun for us in farming is knowing what we were producing. So we moved into small-scale free-range eggs. We then started planting salad leaves, everything really fresh, everything really tasty. And we then started on our journey of how do we start killing and eating our own meat and selling that to other people in a legal manner. And some of you will know what I mean by that. It's not entirely clear sometimes what's involved in that sort of step of doing it, and it's actually not very difficult. But we just started small and built that up. So here we are, really, I suppose, kind of eight years on. We've got a fairly comprehensive package that very much sits with what we're still doing on the farm. The bulk of our animals still go off the live market, but we're probably slaughtering and selling maybe 12 kind of cattle beasts every month. We could sell probably, I don't know, get our way through 100 live lambs, about 100 lambs a year being sold. We have outdoor reared pigs, we sell that as the pork, and we've got 1,100 hens. On top of that, we do the accommodation and the tours, plus run the business, and it all just works really well. So I guess one of the things I was thinking about today was there's some people, I guess, that have gone down the agritourism route, where the agritourism business is almost a complete business of its own right. It's at a scale where, like Lagan, 85 people, it's incredible. But I think, as Paula said, it doesn't all need to be pitched at that level. It can just be about having a B&B. I say just because these things are all changes if you're not doing them already. It can just be about having a holiday cottage. It could be just about tours. But I think it's for understanding for your own business and the personalities that you have within your business. What is it that you want agritourism to do within what your business objectives are for where you sit at the moment? And for us, it's never been about throwing our doors open to invite thousands of people onto the farm in an ad hoc manner. It's not our setup here. So it's about how do we get some of the value, but in a managed way from doing that. And we play with it at different times and try stuff and move on. Fail fast, I think, was the other term that I noted down there. We've done a few of those. Let's flick on to the next slide, Carolyn, and give us a couple of clicks. I'm not going to go into our website, but a little play on words there. Scottish Agritourism, a fucking great idea in my view. We've been involved. We went along to the first Monitor Farm meeting at Peel Farm. We didn't ever get down to Lagan back in the first run. Everybody loves a nosy into someone else's business, don't they? So the Monitor Farm program's amazing. If you haven't been part of it, it's free to come along and it's just really good. Between that and then picking up the kind of work into Scottish Agritourism, we've benefited from a massive amount of opportunities, learning from other people's experience, definitely minimising risk, things like environmental health, all that kind of stuff through pooling experiences and information, maximising efficiencies. How do we actually cost our time? How do we charge and put our pricing structures in place? How do we benchmark against that, about the offerings? COVID last year, the network of support was incredible. Access to government, the lobbying side that you can have as a group has been really good. Information sharing on grants was amazing. And I guess the training that we've received, everything around our storytelling, building our confidence, website stuff, doing the kind of branding, digital skills. If you give us one click, Caroline, along, give us just a one click. No, is it coming up? Is your link coming up? No, is it not going anywhere, Caroline?
Sorry, am I meant to be clicking the sheep or the next slide?
Click your arrow on your keyboard.
I'm still back here.
No, and another one. No, I suggest if you click anywhere on the sheep, is it not coming up?
No, I can't get rid of your website.
Are you on my website now?
No, I'm on the slides.
Right, okay. Can you get on? Well, no, it's okay. Just leave it on that. I'll just talk around it. I suppose one of the things that we've done that I think is, if you click on that new ideas one, Carolyn, can you follow the link from that? Just to give people an idea. When we started on our agritourism journey, the idea of something like this, if it opens up onto a new screen, will that link through for you, Caroline?
Where do you want to go? Shop now?
Yeah, is that pulling up on the shop? I can't see it on the screen though.
Yeah, it's on the shop.
Is anyone else seeing the shop site there, or are you seeing the screen with the sheep? Okay, we're just seeing the screen with the sheep, Caroline.
Okay, sorry.
All right, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I was just going to show, like, so we're just literally launched our online e-commerce platform, which is basically moving all our online food orders onto an online ordering system. So we've got over 200 customers a week now that we deliver to in the local area with a mix of our produce. Obviously, we sell that to the people staying at the farm stay. We sell that to people who come by the farm to pick it up from the shop, and that's been amazing. And it's not difficult to do, especially on the meat side. All you need to do is find your abattoir, find a butcher, come up with a cutting list. If you don't know what one of those is, you just ask for the network, and someone will, there'll be folks that would share that, and have a freezer, bang it in the freezer, and you've got your meat there for 3 months, best before dates, super easy, and then you sell it to anybody and everyone. It is pretty straightforward, and that's really augmented what we've kind of been doing there. And I think from an agritourism offering, we can now add a lot more value to what we're doing because we can use the food side of it and add that in. And the response we've had to that in terms of making a connection to our local community has been amazing. And people love that fact that they can come and walk through the farm, and then they can come and buy the food that we're producing. So it's been brilliant for us. And it's definitely given us another kind of profit stream that we didn't have before. So jump onto the last slide there. I mean, I think Caroline picked it up really well. At its kind of core, we are all producers in what we're doing. It is the unique selling point of agritourism that sets us apart from the other rural tourism offerings. But I think from my perspective, being involved with the network, it has been about it being inspiring to me, because not only, I suppose, do we see what other people are doing, but it is about that positive community, and it's about the positive impact that working together we can do. I think Caroline's slide, if you read it, that middle box that said sort of about strong community, is all those things that to me I think are the most valuable. It's about being involved with people who are outward looking, who are flexible, who are proud and creative about failing and trying again. And it's just about being really passionate about who we are and what we do and why we do it, and being really open and honest to have that dialogue with anyone and everyone about how we're doing it. And I just think that in the current climate for where we're at with agriculture is hugely sort of important. So for me, I think it's just about being in good company, really, and about feeling that we're presenting the very best face of Scottish, agriculture out there. And yeah, that's just, I suppose, a bit about my journey.